Welcome you all to today's session. In this, I will explain the theory of arc interruption in the circuit breakers. As you all know, when there is a fault occurred in a system, the circuit breaker contacts get separated. So when it separates, an arc is formed. So for the current to become zero, we need the arc to get quenched. Okay, that means the current can be made zero either by increasing the resistance or by making the fault current to zero. Based on this, in the high resistance interruption method, what is done is the resistance is increased so that the current is reduced to a low value which is insufficient to maintain the arc. So how can the resistance be increased? The resistance can be increased in three ways. One is by splitting the arc. The other one is by lengthening the arc, or by cooling. So you can use any of these three techniques so that the resistance is increased and the current is reduced to zero. So what happens when the current is interrupted? That means when the arc is interrupted, we have a very high voltage which appears across the contacts of the circuit breaker. So if this voltage is very high, compared to the withstanding capacity of the breaker contacts, then there is a chance that the arc will strike again. So this particular method is not suitable where we need to interrupt a very large current. So it is used for low power AC and DC circuit breakers. So regarding the current zero interruption method, so this is applicable, as I have told you, only for AC. Okay. Now why? Because in AC we have the current wave which passes through 0 and 100 times per second with a supply of 50 Hertz. So the current is not interrupted at each and every instant. It is interrupted only when it crosses the 0 point. So now we will see the two theories, that is recovery rate theory and the other one is energy balance theory. In the recovery rate theory concept, there are two quantities which needs to be compared. One is the dielectric strength and the other one is restriking voltage. So what is restriking voltage? You know that when the arc is quenched, what happens is a very high voltage appears across the circuit breaker contacts. So that high voltage which appears across the circuit breaker contacts when the arc is just quenched, you call it as restriking voltage. So what does this theory explains? So this theory, so you know that the arc is nothing but it is a column of ionized gas. Okay. So what does this arc contain? It contains all the electrons and the ions. So to quench the arc, we need to remove all those electrons and ions, whatever is present, or nothing but we have to make it neutral molecules. Or what we can do is we can use a insulating medium like gas or a liquid which will remove the ions and the electrons which are present. So the arc is interrupted if these ions and electrons are removed from the gap at a very faster rate compared to the rate of ionization. Nothing but the rate at which the gap recovers its dielectric strength has to be compared with the rate at which the restriking voltage is appearing across the contacts of the circuit breaker. So as you can observe here, if the dielectric strength of the gap is more compared to the restriking voltage, then the arc will quench. If your dielectric strength is very less, that means the rate of removal of your ions is very less compared to the restriking voltage, then the arc will not quench. It will continue to exist. So this is what the recovery rate theory explains. So what can we conclude? For us, for the arc to get quenched, the dielectric strength of the circuit breaker contacts, that gap is that should be very high compared to your restriking voltage. Next, so what does this energy balance theory states? So you know that when the current is zero, the restriking voltage is zero as well as the power is zero. Later, when the arc is quenched also, the power is zero. So in between that instant, the power increases, it becomes maximum and again reaches to zero. That means a lot of heat is generated in this particular region. So in this, when the power is maximum, we have a high heat which is being generated. So what has to be done? All those ions has to be removed from the gap. What is the method of removing the heat? By cooling. So how can you cool? The cooling is by passing a high pressure air into the medium, into the gap of the circuit breaker contacts, or by subjecting it to a gaseous medium. So the heat, whatever is generated, it has to be removed at a very faster rate so that the arc can be quenched. So if the rate of heat generation is more compared to the rate of heat dissipation, then there will be a arc formation for another half cycle. So these are the theories which explains the arc interruption in circuit breakers.